Hi everybody, it's Chris from the Evermore YouTube channel. Just jumping on with a quick reaction video. The news has been made official that Newcastle United are doing a behind the scenes documentary that's going to go out on Amazon Prime about the club, about the change in ownership, about the success on and off the pitch. So just thought I'd jump on and just give you my reaction really on this news. Just before I do, a little reminder, if you haven't checked us out before, please smash that subscribe button. We'd love you to come and join us. We're on about 2,500 subs, loads of room for you and Evermore. 2 weekly shows, Mondays and Wednesdays, and free pop-up videos, all free by the way, free pop-up videos just like this for opinion pieces. So click the link below and come and join us. So what do I think about the news? Now, it's great news from a commercial point of view. And don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. I think it'll be really interesting to see, how the ownership is changed, maybe the challenges that were there, some of the plans that they've had to put in place, some of the problems that they've had to fix. Certainly a little bit about what's gone on behind the scenes with Eddie, some of the damage being left behind by Steve Bruce and people like that. So that will be really interesting, and it'll be really interesting to hear from the players. I mean, some of the insights we've already had, in terms of the training regimes and how that's changed, and you can see the improvement in the players, with Sean Longstaff, with Joe Linton, even Emil Kraft, guys like that, and the new players coming into the fore with Trips and Bruno and Botman, and how that dynamic has changed the club. So those kind of things I think will be really interesting, and that'll be something I'll be really interested in watching. I do have some reservations about it. I'm not trying to be negative. I know the reason that they're doing it. The reason that they're doing it is pure revenue boost. And the reason that we need revenue boost is because Ashley just took the living piss out of the football club and left us with very little commercial revenue. Great businessman, Rio Ferdinand, by the way. I remember you said that. Mike Ashley looked after himself and his cronies, and that was it. And he just left Newcastle to rot, really. So that's the reason why we've got to be tight with FFP, despite having such wealthy owners. That's the reason why we have to tread the boards carefully. And that's the reason why the club are looking for so many more commercial revenue boosts like this deal, like this behind the scenes documentary. It's made by the same people who did Arsenal, I believe it is, the Wayne Rooney documentary, and various others. So I'm sure it'll be put together really well, kind of in the cinematography and the layout and everything else. I think Idris Elba's going to be the narrator. I think that's why he was at the ground all them months ago. But it's going to come out later on in 2023. But back to my reservations. My reservations on it are only this, and we'll probably get this anyway. I think it potentially paints an unnecessary further target on the back of the club against the human rights activists, with the club ownership, against the with the salty fans from the other big four, the big six, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, Manchester United might be bought by Qataris soon, so the hypocrisy there would be quite funny. These were the same guys who were quickly jumping on and doing the old hashtag, blood money and all that bollocks when the Saudis bought Newcastle United. So it'd be interesting to see, likes that fucking Mel, what is he called? Mark, I can't remember his fucking name now. Is it Goldbridge or whatever? The one who's from Nottingham, was a Man United fan, that bloke. Him and all these other shithouses that will probably be bigging up the Qataris and, saying how wonderful it is to have that money. They weren't saying that when Newcastle were bought by PIF. They were coming out with everything. You got the provincial bedwetter that's Miguel Delaney. All these guys will come out of the woodwork yet again. Khashoggi's fiance, which is terrible what happened to him. There's no doubt about that. I'm not trying to underplay that at all. But all this will come out the wash. It'll all go on national TV again. And that's the bit that I've got my reservations about there. All that noise is quieting down a lot with the success on the football pitch, with Eddie Howe and the lads doing as good as they've done. If we finish the Champions League, getting that success, that's going to come with professional prestige and congratulations and everything else. But I think bringing this documentary out only further brings the spotlight on the ownership of the club, and I don't disagree with the people's reasons for having those doubts. I think it's okay to ask those questions. I think it's okay to have those concerns, but it's also okay to support your football club and be happy that you're doing well. But outside of the Newcastle United fan base, there will be a lot of people who will be sharpening the knives, looking to come out, jumping on social media, jumping on mainstream media when this documentary is due to drop, and probably after it drops, and renouncing the ownership as well. So that's my reservation. I just think that's going to add further scrutiny and further targeting by the mainstream media. But in the main, you know, it's going to be good from a revenue boosting point of view, like I say, and really interesting for us as fans to see what's behind the scenes, you know, and the growth and the success that not just Eddie Howe has done with the players, but also what the ownership has managed to do with the back of house of the club. But like I say, it's okay to have a balanced view. It's okay to have concerns and also be positive about it. That's what we talk about in Evermore. We don't lambast anybody for having an opinion. Jump in the comments, let us know yours. Whether you agree or disagree with me is absolutely cool. We like to engage with everybody. We don't make anybody feel like an arsehole or a mackem just for having a difference of opinion. That's what makes us Evermore. So click subscribe, guys, and come and join us if you like a bit of that, a bit of impartiality, a little bit of openness, so you can have a thought and opinion and not be lambasted for it. Come and join us, guys. And like I say, like the video if you can. It really helps the channel grow. This is Chris signing off. Let's keep supporting that team of Core United, and we'll catch you later. Cheers.